Hello, everybody. Welcome to GoToKitchens.com live broadcast for Real Food Friday. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I'm so happy to see you here on Facebook. Splat is in the house, which means we are in the kitchen cooking. Now, you on Facebook can't see Splat. He's actually in the Periscope frame, but it is my chance to look at you guys directly and say hello and introduce myself and all those kinds of things. So, hi everybody over here on Periscope. So we're all facing the same direction. So you guys might be wondering why I'm wearing a turtleneck in the middle of March. Hi, happy Friday. Hey, Marcy. Marcy, are you taking a study break? So I'm wearing a turtleneck in the middle of March, and that is because we have about 6 inches of beautiful white snow on the ground. So awesome. Good for you. So it's snowing like crazy here. It has snowed all night long, and we have this beautiful, pristine snow. Actually, March is one of our snowiest months here in Colorado, and so it is really quite beautiful, and I was excited to see it. So yes, except my poppies. I'm a little worried about my poppies and my chives. The funny thing is that I was going to go out today and cut some fresh chives, and then there's snow on the ground and they're covered up and I can't cut them. So yeah, you got snow yesterday. Crazy, right? It was spring like last week. It was beautiful. We were out bike riding and doing all these amazing things, and then bingo, we get this snow. This will probably be our last snow, knock on some wood, for the spring. But yes, it's great. We get a lot of moisture from it and everything, so that's awesome. So today we are making a frittata, and I'm going to try to get through it. So before my 30 minutes is up on Facebook, I'm going to try to get through that with you guys. By the way, on Facebook, this is Splat. I'm going to try to get through it with you guys, and within that 30 minutes. So pardon me if I'm going fast. I just want to make sure that the people on Facebook get the same opportunity as the people on Periscope to see the whole recipe. So let me first introduce myself. Good morning to you. Good morning. Tanya is up really early, everybody. Muggy Moo right there. Everybody give her a hand clap. It's really early where she's at. Hey, Sherry, it's good to see you. Rosemary, I saw Marcy. I think that I saw Janie, but I'm not sure. So happy Friday, I know. Thank God it's Friday. Okay, so Sonia, there you are. Sherry's in the house. Sherry's in the house. Being silly this morning. So let me introduce myself. My name is Leslie. I have a website. GoToKitchens.com is the website. On that website, you are going to find all kinds of interesting and amazing transformations of food, from some of your very favorite things transformed into something incredibly healthy. So please go check it out. There are other recipes there, not just transformational ones, but all types of fake outs, all types of great recipes. There's blog posts about nutrition and health and wellness. There's blog posts about myself and my family. There's all kinds of information there. Please go check it out. So at the end of the broadcast today, I'm going to make an announcement that I'm super excited about. If you are a VIP, you already know. But if you're not, then I'm going to make that announcement today. But if you're a VIP, you don't know where to go. So today, I'm actually going to give you the directions on where to go to find the information I gave you yesterday. Whew. So right down here in the corner of Periscope, there's a little guy. If you just tap him right on top of his little head, share it with your followers, Facebook, Twitter, and here on Periscope. I would greatly appreciate it. On Facebook, you can actually share with your followers live. So you can share it live, and you can also comment live. I will see those comments. And then if you want to follow my broadcast, I think it's actually right over here in this corner. If you just touch that right up there, it will allow you to get notifications when my broadcast is live. Hey, Kat, it's good to see you. All right, you guys. So let's make this frittata. So all week we have been talking about ingredients. We have been talking about ingredients in a frittata that have been like superfoods. These are foods that are amazing for your body. We talked about horseradish, which is a very unlikely candidate, right? We talked about horseradish. We talked about onions. We talked about eggs. Yesterday we talked about parsley, and today we're going to put all those ingredients with some other ingredients in a recipe. Oh, preheat's done. in a recipe, and I'm going to show you guys an amazing frittata. So you're going to be shocked at the amount that we don't use a lot of spices in this, because we get a lot of our spice and flavors from the actual food themselves. So that's what we're going to do. Frittata! That's right. Cat's yelling frittata on Facebook. So far what's been going on is I have been preheating in the back here. We're going to turn our camera so you guys can see. I have been preheating a skillet with a little olive oil in it. Okay. Yes, your comments are there. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can see them. So, yep. Hey, Sarah, it's good to see you. Thanks for being here. So I've been preheating on about a medium heat. In fact, I just moved it on and just moved it back to that. A little bit of olive oil. I'm going to add, here's our onion that we diced, that I taught you guys how to dice. Yep, we're going to add that onion right into this hot skillet. And we're going to saute those onions. Now, everything that we're going to do besides this mixing bowl that we're going to mix up the eggs in, goes right into the skillet. So you need to make sure that you have an oven-safe skillet. Let's turn this off so maybe you guys can see a little bit better. Sorry, let me turn my camera. I want to make sure you have a good angle. So those are going to get nice and brown and soft back here in this back skillet. So if you didn't watch, this is half an onion. This is half an onion that we are just sauteing in this nice hot skillet. This is going to brown very quickly. It's only going to take a couple of minutes. You notice there's no garlic, there's no anything like that. We're going to let the veggies and the horseradish, which is a veggie, do the work. Now, if you want to know how to make your own horseradish, that is found right in catch.me, and the recipe is also on my website, go2kitchens.com. But we homemade our own horseradish. Yummy! Yummy, yummy! Where's the edit button? I don't know what that means. All right. So already these onions are nice and soft. That's exactly what I want. They have a little bit of brown on them. That is perfectly, perfectly perfect. That one tried to escape. Try to escape out. There it goes again. Escaping out of the pan, stinking onions. All right, so to that, we are going to add about 2 cups of asparagus. Now this asparagus, let me see if I can get it where you guys can see it. This asparagus has been cleaned. It's been stemmed essentially, and it has been cut into 1-inch pieces, right? You're getting hungry? I know. I get to have this for lunch. So that's about 2 cups of asparagus, and those are going to go right down in the onions. And then we are going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. So I have my salt and pepper in a box together, just like that. Just about 3 pinches. There's going to be about half a teaspoon of salt in there, salt and pepper together. We're going to lower our heat, and we're going to spread these even in the skillet, just like that. Sorry, I'm left-handed. It's hard for me to cook with my right hand. We're going to let those sit right down there in that skillet. And I'm going to lower the heat down to a low, and those are just going to cook there for a few minutes. Now we're going to make our egg mixture. So let's move the camera again. Moving the camera again. This light is really bright. I think that's part of my problem. I didn't do a light check before. How's that? Ah, that's much better. Okay. So in a bowl, just in a nice mixing bowl, we are going to crack 8 eggs. Now the recipe actually calls for 10, but I know that 10 do not fit in my skillet. So yes, I'm totally left-handed. So and this burner's not on, by the way. We're just using this surface because it's the practical way to do it. So I'm going to actually crack 8 eggs into this because I know that that's what fits. 10 is what the recipe calls for, but yes, we're not using that. I'm just setting my eggshells aside. Your eggshells can actually go in your trashy veggie stock if you're so inclined. It actually releases a nice nutrient, and I can't exactly remember what it is, that helps with your teeth and your hair and your bones. It's all kinds of good stuff in eggshells. So lots of calcium, minerals. So we've got 5, 6, You can still hear the skillet back there sizzling away. 7, and last but not least, 8. Oh, I can tell you that that asparagus mixture smells wonderful. It smells amazing. Amazing. Okay, so to these eggs, let me move some things out of the way here. Whoops. To these eggs, we are gonna add 3 tablespoons of our homemade horseradish. Now this is our homemade horseradish that we made. And we are going, and you can find out how to do that on catch.me or from my website. So 3 tablespoons. So you can see that you don't need to add a lot of spices to this because you're using a generous amount of horseradish and other spices, the onions, things like that. So those go right down in the eggs. I actually have a teaspoon of sea salt. That's going to go in the eggs as well. And I have half a teaspoon of fresh black pepper. Those are really the only spices that we're using. We're going to grate a little bit of nutmeg. So if you're not familiar, this is actually a nutmeg nut. And we're going to grate a little bit of that off in there. This is really going to help have these spicy flavors pop out and make a nice little finishing in your palate when you're eating this frittata. In fact, it's going to be one of those ingredients that everybody's like, what's that ingredient? They're trying to figure it out, right? So just a little bit of grate right in there. My little nutmeg back over here. We are using 1/4 of a cup of fresh parsley. Yay, that's awesome, Gary. This is 1/4 of a cup of fresh parsley right in there. So many things. I'm going to put a little bit. This is raw cheddar cheese. So raw cheddar cheese is actually have superior nutrients in it. If you're not a huge fan of this kind of dairy, you certainly don't have to do it, but I'm going to use about 1/4 of a cup to 1/3 of a cup. I'm just going to eyeball it here. This adds a nice pop of sharpness. It makes those eggs nice and creamy. Makes them nice and creamy. And then our final ingredient for this is coconut milk. This is full fat coconut milk. Absolutely full fat coconut milk, and that is going to have a, oh gosh, I have to look at my recipe, I'm sorry, I just went blank, 1/4 of a cup. So you want to make sure that you have full fat. Now this is not the coconut drink that you get from like So Delicious, that brand. This is actually coconut milk that comes in a can. And that's going to give it a nice fattening, nice good fat for you. So then you just do this, you just give it a quick whisk. I promise I will talk to you guys in just a second. Here's an important thing when you're making a frittata. You do not, let me get that coconut fat out of there. You do not want to over mix your eggs. Don't get in there with a beater or something like that and really beat these eggs up. That is actually going to cause them to be flat in your mixture. So you just want to give them a gentle fold until all your ingredients are nice and mixed together. So that looks perfect to me. What do you guys think? Yummykins. Hey, Deb Gunn, it's good to see you. Kat says she's making her drool. I know, it smells so good. Wait till it hits that hot skillet. It's gonna be delicious. Okay, moving over here again. I do put equal parts. Yep, absolutely. Yep, and I just salt and pepper. That's when I'm seasoning a skillet or something like that. Look at my big mess of eggs. When I'm seasoning a skillet or something like that, that's how I do it. So, yep. So my heat is on low. I am not going to disturb these vegetables. I'm actually going to leave them right where they're at. We're not going to stir them again or anything like that. We're going to take our mixture of eggs and we're going to pour in a circular motion around the vegetable mixture that's in the skillet. Making sure that everybody gets covered up in the mixture. Come here, Splat. Getting all that goodness out of there. Okay, I'm going to turn my heat back up to about a 5. You can see right there I'm on about medium heat, and I'm going to let those cook there for just a minute. And then we're going to transfer, this is going to go from here into the oven. The oven, you can see right here is preheated to 400 degrees. So we have it preheated there. While that's doing that, let's have a conversation. Who's making the frittata? Raise your hand. So if you want to know more about these ingredients, if you want to understand why I've chosen these, awesome. If I have chosen these ingredients, please watch the replays this week, catch.me. The horseradish recipe is on Go-To Kitchens. So while that's doing what it's going to do, how about we do a reveal? We do a reveal of my big secret. You guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? So I'm super excited to announce something that is actually almost revolutionary, and that is gotokitchens.academy. At gotokitchens.academy, so not gotokitchens.com, but at gotokitchens.academy, we are going to start a series of classes. And those classes are going to be in length from maybe like 2-day classes to the length of the first class, which is actually a 10 series class. So it actually has 10 classes in it. And so I know, super, super excited. So we are, the first class is actually called Kitchenatomy. And Kitchenatomy is gonna be a detox program for your kitchen. A lot of people will talk to you all day long about detoxing your body, but what about your kitchen? And so thank you guys, I'm super excited. And so we are going to talk about detoxing that kitchen and getting it ready and getting it prepared for a healthy lifestyle, getting it ready where you're less frustrated cooking, getting it organized, giving you the tools and the tips and the tricks of meal planning, of all kinds of things. So we are actually going to start a kitchen detox. This is a passion of mine. Typically, when I start with somebody on a health journey, if I'm coaching them one-on-one, which I do not do a lot anymore, but when I'm coaching them one-on-one, that's where we start. We start in the detox of the kitchen. That's where I started my health journey. So I want to start you guys there. I know a lot of you are already further along in your health journey, but this class is going to be a really great, if you're just bored with cooking or you get frustrated in your kitchen because of you're not understanding your workspace as well and stuff like that, this class is going to be for you. So it's going to be affordable, by the way, guys. I promise you, I'm keeping it affordable. I'm not trying to make $1 million off of this. I just want to get this out in a structured way. So it's going to be incredibly affordable. No, it is not going to be on Periscope. So absolutely not. It is going to be a formal class that you sign up for and take. So here you go. You want to screenshot this, you're absolutely welcome. Please pardon my stinking handwriting on a chalkboard, but gotokitchens.com/webinar. If you go there, you can go there today, you can go there right now, gotokitchens.com/webinar. This is going to sign you up for and get you in an email loop, start a chain reaction of sorts to get you in a loop to get you a link to this webinar. In this webinar, I'm actually going to be talking about the syllabus for the class, for this first class, Kitchenatomy. I'm going to be talking about it in detail. I'm going to be revealing the price, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to get a huge discount. So gotokitchens.com/webinar. It's going to be on Friday, March 25th at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Got it? Everybody got it? If that wants it? So this is it's absolutely free webinar. This is not the class. This is to come and learn about the class so that you have a better, thank you so much, so that you have a better understanding about what the class is going to be like and see if it's something for you. So that is what's going on in the Go-To Kitchen. I'm super excited about it. Again, gotokitchens.com/ no, that's 2 p.m. your time, Sherry, /webinar. You can go there right now. It only takes an email. That will put you in an email loop. I'm not going to spam you. It's going to put you in an email loop that will give you the web address to come to the live webinar. And at that live webinar, we're going to be discussing the topics. We're going to be discussing all kinds of things. So I know, it's okay. It's all right. So super, super excited about the new Go To Kitchens Academy. Again, we're going to keep it super affordable to you guys. And I'm so pleased to be able to offer it for you. It's something that you've actually been asking for, kitchen classes and cooking classes and things that are more structured than trying to put it all together and piece it all together yourself. This is actually going to be in a structured format. There'll be worksheets. There'll be all kinds of things. Come to the webinar. I promise you, that webinar is absolutely free. You're going to get a discount code and you're going to be entered. If you give me your email address, you're going to automatically be entered to win a Splat gift package that I'm giving away. And I'm also going to be giving away one of the classes as well. So somebody's going to win admission to the class and somebody's going to win a free Splat gift package. So please join me there. Super excited about it. So I have pulled the frittata. So yeah, and it's not just a Splat, it's going to be a Splat gift package. So ignore my cheese back here on my stove, kind of messy. Oh my goodness. So this is the frittata. It's been cooking here on the stove that whole time. So on a medium heat for about 5 minutes. That's kind of key to set those edges. And now we're going to take it and we're going to put it in our 400-degree skillet. Excuse me, oven. It is already in the skillet. And that is going to bake there for about 15 minutes. No spat, but splat. So let's set a timer. I have my handy dandy kitchen timer right here. So I'm going to set a timer and we're going to listen to it tick for the next 15 minutes. So on Facebook, you guys are not going to be able to see this, not going to be able to see this finished recipe. I will post a picture of it right below this. The recipe will be available at Go To Kitchens by this afternoon. I already have the blog post written. I just need to add the photographs, and I was waiting to make the frittata to take the photographs. So that will be available this afternoon. So please go check it out. Everybody on Facebook, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate you being here. I hope to see you at our free webinar, gotokitchens.com/webinar, Monday, the 25th, March 25th at 3 p.m. So basically a week from today. All right. Thank you guys. You guys hang with me here on Periscope. All right. So all right. See you guys. Bye. Okay. Now we can talk. It's like when the Facebook people leave, it's like, okay, well, they're gone now. We can talk. I don't need it to sound like that at all. Oh my goodness. Yes, so the frittata is going to be in here. It's going to be in here for about 15 minutes. And yes, so I'm super, super excited, you guys. I have been working really, really hard on the syllabus to make it incredibly meaningful. And I'm really, really super pumped up to tell you what is going to be in the class. So that's awesome. You go there and tap the screen. Somebody said, I put up a video yesterday in the Go To Kitchens VIP, and somebody said they were trying to tap the screen, tap the video screen. I was like, that's awesome. I love it. I love how we get into habits so easily. You know, we watch a video and we're like, oh, that's really good stuff, and we want to tap it. I do it too. I crack up every time I do it. I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I doing? Crazy, crazy. I know, I get excited too. That's so funny. I do the same thing. Yeah. Hey, Marie, Kathleen, blah, blah, thanks for being here. I do it. It's so funny. Robin laughs at me. He's like, so the thing that Robin does, my favorite thing that Robin does is he's really used to working on his iPad, and we just put him in an iMac. So we just took one of our iMacs and moved it to a space for him. It's actually sitting where the TV used to sit we took the TV out, and he uses that iMac at a standing like counter there. And so every once in a while I'll catch him and he's trying to touch his screen on the iMac to move something around. I just think it's so funny because he's so used to working on an iPad. So I always just, that always just totally cracks me up. Oh, so funny, so funny. All right, let's have a look in here. Yep, going along just fine. I don't want to let too much of my heat out. I know, it's hilarious. You're cracking up. We cracked up on Wednesday when I tried to poach eggs. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously? I am like the poaching queen. I'm not kidding you. I can poach beautiful eggs. I could not poach an egg to save my life that day. Obviously, I can't live broadcast and poach eggs. You will never see that again. So crazy. I was like, what in the world am I doing? It was so funny. I couldn't believe it. I could hardly believe it, what was happening. I know. Harlow, don't make fun of me. Oh my goodness. So coming up next week, it's going to be a great week. I'm super excited about it. Next week, we're actually going to be talking about foods and beauty. So we're going to be talking about foods that can actually help with things like gray hair, that can actually help with cellulite, that can actually help with yellow teeth, with growing fingernails, with all that kind of thing. So that's coming up next week. So super, super excited. Oh, I love sprouted quinoa. It's one of my favorites. So yeah, I know, food for beauty. That's right. I'm super excited about it because there is actually, I know, right? Gray hair. I know I need to be there too. You can see that. Actually, I do not color my hair. So you guys, I've never put color on my hair ever, ever, ever. And so this is my natural, but for 46, I mean, I think I do pretty good for not having a lot of gray hair. So in the grocery store, Harlow. Yeah, it's kind of cool, right? I'm kind of excited about it. So we're going to be talking about all those kinds of things, cellulite, hair, teeth. We're just going to break it down next week, and I'm super excited about it. So yeah, that's going to be a fun week. Yeah. I know. And doing things naturally for your body like that is so great. Now, it's not, you're going to not have gray hair, right? But you can minimize it, and you're probably not going to get the pigment back in the gray hair that you already have, but you can start minimizing the process. Cellulite, I mean, food for cellulite is really actually a big deal. And so I can teach you some things about food and cellulite that will really help coming into the summer season and wanting to wear shorts and things like that. So yes, again, most of us are not going to be cellulite free unless we are crazy downtown working out all the time. But the foods can actually help with that. So yes, absolutely. And in the meantime, thinking about all that, you're getting great things into your body. So I know, so excited about it. So what do you guys think about the class? Are you excited? Are you like, whatever? Yes, it's true. It's true. Biotin is good for things like that. I'm super excited about the class. It's going to be really affordable, I promise. Yeah, it's going to be, thank you. Yeah, strengthen muscles. That is just going to be muscle fatigue, actually. Awesome. Thank you, Heather. That is actually just going to be like a type of muscle fatigue. So working the muscle is actually what's going to help with the muscle. But there are foods that can help fortify it. But you're going to have to work the muscle to get it to respond the way that you want. Yeah, and it's great. You guys know Whole Health Dana, right? So Whole Health Dana is actually partnering up with me, and she's going to teach a segment because there's going to be video, there's going to be worksheets, there's going to be written parts, there's going to be a combination of things in each class, and it's going to be self-paced, so you can kind of self-pace yourself and everything. I don't want to give too much away, but it's going to be self-paced, so you can do it at your own pace as the time becomes available to do each task of the detox. It will be on the computer or iPad, however you want to take it. As long as you have a web browser, you'll be able to take the class. But there's going to be videos that we're actually having professionally filmed. There's going to be all kinds of great stuff in there, and worksheets that will help you work through some of the ideas so that you're not just out there on your own. And yeah, so we're going to do it really right. And I'm hoping to have it released probably by the end of May. So no, it's 10 classes. It's 10 classes, and it's not just about organizing the kitchen. It's actually about detoxing the kitchen. So it's about using those thought processes of actually detoxing the kitchen. Whole Health Dana, I was beginning to say that. Whole Health Dana is actually partnering up with me on a segment, and she's going to teach us how to make home cleaning products and things like that. Yeah, so yeah. Hey, I'm glad that you're here, Mary. Thanks for being here. Better late than never, right? So yes, it's okay. It's okay. But that's the great thing about it, is that it doesn't matter if it takes 10 months. It's totally self-paced, and you can go at your own pace. I know she is awesome. She's right here in Colorado, in Denver, actually. We've done a couple things together. And so she's going to be my guru on that, because it's not my area of expertise. And when it's not my area of expertise, we will bring people in to educate not only you, but me. So The webinar address is, thank you for asking, is, you can screenshot that if you want, gotokitchens.com/webinar. And the webinar is Friday, March 25th at 3 p.m. Mountain Time. Yep. Do you like my chalkboard that my husband bought me last night? So cute. You can keep your beer. I don't want you to. I'm hoping one day you won't want to keep it, but yeah. Screenshot, anybody who wants to. Awesome. That's right. That's right. Well, you know, here's the thing about learning things that I'm going to teach you. Once you learn them, it's hard to unlearn them, right? So once you know the difference, once you know what you should be doing, it's hard to not do it because of the responsibility to yourself, right? So it is, I mean, it's actually kind of a one-time thing. Like you do it once and you're good to go. That's the beautiful thing about it, is that you're going to do it one time. You're going to do that kitchen detox one time, and then it's going to be good to go. And the maintenance, you're just going to already have the knowledge, but it's not just about that. It's actually setting you up for success with meal planning and recipe planning and shopping and those kinds of things, storage. We're going to talk about all kinds of things like that. So yep, I'm going to walk you through an entire, a really jam-packed syllabus. So I know, right? I know. That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, so it's gonna walk you through. It's gonna be the first steps into a healthy lifestyle, because you guys know that I'm all about the newbies. I'm all about people that are trying to make a difference in their health, you know, and it's baby steps. And this is really that first adventure getting into that. So I don't want to be hard sell. This is not a hard sell kind of thing. This is, you do it or you don't want to do it. That's perfectly fine, but I hope that you want to do it. So yeah. Getting good down there. Got about 5 minutes left on that frittata. So yeah. Yeah, and anybody that's interested, Gwen, who is there, she just sent me a care package of Norwick's products. Anybody who's interested there can absolutely check that out. So I love it. Good for you. Sherry's doing it right. That's awesome, Sherry. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of a jar hound. Robin's like, really? Do we need this many jars? I'm like, yeah, maybe. So last night we had dinner, and then we went out to, I like to go to thrift stores and kombucha jars, right? I like to go to thrift stores. And so, because that's where I get all my staging props and stuff. So the things that you see in photographs, in fact, this little guy right here, look at this. This is a total score last night. This little egg thing. How cute is that? So stinking cute. I was like, oh, I have to have that. So yes, so I got this last night. So stinking cute at the thrift shop. So, but every time we go, he's like, really, how many white plates does somebody need? Like, they're only 99 cents. I want them. So I end up buying like 2 or 3 of those. I buy books. So the sections I visit are the cookbooks and the healthy lifestyle books, which we have a great section here in Colorado in our thrift store. And then I go straight over to the kitchen stuff, right? 1 million plates. I know, it's true. No, I never have. I've never smoked, but Harlow, congratulations. Smoking is one of the hardest addictions on the planet to break. So congratulations, being 4 years non-smoking. That is amazing. Yeah, I know. I have this ceramic strawberry container. I do. I totally do. I have that. Yeah. I know. It's a huge congratulations. It usually takes somebody like being diagnosed with something horrible. So no throwing those glass jars out. Sherry's going to be like stockpiled with glass. She's going to have, you're going to open her closet doors and it's going to be full of jars. Yeah. So I have a ceramic, I actually have a ceramic strawberry basket. It's ceramic. It's so cute. Yeah. It's like a little crate. It's adorable. It's in the other room, actually. It's in some of my photos, I think. So Yep, it's true. It's true, but they still do it, Marcy. They can't give up. So yeah, and so it's true. Oh my gosh, that's brilliant, Harlow. I love that. It is so true. It was the biggest lie of your generation. I agree with that completely. And food is the biggest lie of my generation, that everything is fine. Just eat it. It's going to be fine. It's good for you. Yeah. Yep, it's true. We have to get through our own addictions. I just broke a sweet tea addiction, and I'm not making light of that. I really did just break a sweet tea addiction less than 6 months ago. And even in my healthy lifestyle, I still wanted sweet tea, and I just broke it. So the only time I ever have sweet tea now is if I'm out at a restaurant. And then I'm getting to a point where I don't even want it then. Like I drink it, and it tastes so stinking sweet. I'm like, so, yep. Look at that. Rosemary kicked the wine habit. I love it. Yeah, Robin's mom died of smoking. Yep, of emphysema. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. You guys rock. You don't need me. What are you doing here? Let's look at this frittata again. Ah, it's beautiful. The timer's just about to go off, so I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out of here. This is a heavy skillet when it's full. Look at that. Oh, winner. Ding, 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 winner. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful frittata. Can you see that? Oh, so pretty. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So actually the frittata needs to rest there. I looked them up. I looked up the Nolan sisters. I have to tell you, you're kind of right. Especially that there's one dark-headed one. I was like, holy crap, we do look alike. I did look them up. Thank you, by the way. I find that to be a compliment. Thank you for the nice compliment. So here's something that you don't want to do, and that's grab your skillet handle that has just come out of the oven. You need to remind yourself and tell everybody in the household that that skillet is hot because Robin has grabbed one before. I've grabbed one before, so be super, super careful. So this is what kind of, that's a great question, Sherry. I will answer that right now. I know, that's so funny. So, so this is a, let me see, my camera's so much light in here sometimes that you can't see it. So this is a, actually, let me turn off my oven while I'm standing here. This is actually an enameled skillet that is designed for oven, freezer, wherever you want to put it. You can pretty much put this skillet, but that is what this skillet is particularly designed for. So you can use it in the oven. Non-stick cannot go in the oven. Most stainless steel can go in the oven. And ceramic cannot. Cast iron can, even cast iron enamel, of course they're made for that. But really the two that you should not is you should not put the white coated. So these pots and pans, hold on. Sorry, making a lot of noise. These types of pots and pans that have this white inside like this, these should not go in there. It will actually bubble this and cause it to peel off, so you don't want to do that. And then anything with a non-stick surface cannot go in the oven as either. So you want to make sure that it says oven safe. I'm so excited for my brother-in-law. He actually just bought a really beautiful set of Sur La Table stainless steel cookware for his new house. And I'm so excited for him because it is just it's so beautiful. And I'm like, can I come to your house and cook? He lives in Tucson, so one of these days at Christmas time, we're making Christmas dinner in those. So there's the frittata. It just needs to sit just a little bit. You can see it has a little bit of browning on the edges, right? Yes, some do. It's mostly those that have a silicone handle, Harlow, will have, sorry, I'm walking away, will have a rating on them for heat. Yeah. Don't touch the handle. Don't you worry. You only make that mistake like one time. Yes, cast iron can absolutely go in the oven. So I'm just going to give it a nice little kind of trim because I can see that we have just a little bit. I'm just going to run a sharp knife right around the edges. Just like that. Now, you can get all fancy and take your frittata out of the skillet. My question is, why? I always wonder that. Why do people take their frittatas out of the skillet? I mean, sure, if you want to put it on the table, it's really beautiful like that. But typically, I'm going to be serving right from here. And so I'm typically not going to do that. So we're just going to give it a nice cut. You can cut this in pie shape. You can cut this in any shape that you want. It's so nice and fluffy and beautiful. Excited. Hashtag excited. Hold on, I'm looking for my pie server. I know I have one in here somewhere. You know, you don't use a pie server very much when you eat like I do, so. Oh my goodness. Okay, never mind. Just gonna use a stinking spatula. You get a plate. I wasn't very prepared today, Robin.
You want your light on to start there?
No, it's too. It makes too much light on the. Makes too much light on the counter, and they can't see very well. So, all right, you guys ready? So here we go. Gonna pull this right out of there. This is not the right spatula for this job, especially the first piece out. Get out of there. Really, you want like a nice pie server or something so you don't tear up your frittata. But there we go. Beautiful. I actually like these little crumbly bits and the vegetable bits. I actually like to just kind of put those on top and on the side. No harm, no foul there. So everything stayed in the bottom of that. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, so yummy. No, you are. So pretty. Let's take a bite. Oh my goodness, just not very prepared today. Let's have a bite. Wanna? Oh, it's so nice. Mmm. All the flavors in there. All the flavors in there with the cheese and the coconut milk and the horseradish and the asparagus. So good. So easy too, right? So that horseradish doesn't hit you until it's right in the back of your throat. So right in the back of your throat, you're going to get that punch of horseradish. And I love that. Has a nice little salty flavor to it. I want some asparagus. Has a nice little salty flavor to it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Mmm. Perfectly perfect. This would be considered vegetarian. Vegans do not eat byproducts of animals. So eggs are considered byproducts of animals. So this would actually be considered vegetarian. Yeah, it's so good. Oh my gosh. And there are so many good. You guys, if you've been with me all week, you know that the ingredients in here are solid. These are solid, amazing ingredients for your body. And so you're eating something that is super, super yummy and tastes really great. So freezing, that's a great question. I have never frozen a frittata. Say that 10 times fast. Frozen frittata, frozen frittata, frozen frittata. So yes, yes, this recipe will be on my website in time for the weekend so you guys can make it over the weekend. But I have never, so like that horseradish gets right in the back of your tongue. And it is so yummy. You could actually put a little horseradish on top, but that would be a lot of horseradish. So yes, but I don't, I have to think that this is not going to freeze well, that the protein in the eggs are going to, and the moisture is actually going to like condense. And when you try to reheat it, it's not going to fluff again. It's just going to be like, it's going to be like, it's going to be like flat and weird. So my first impression is no. Right? So when you heat it up, it's going to be mushy and weird. So my first impression is no, I would not do that. It would be something that you'd want to eat all together. You can refrigerate it for a couple of days. I have done that. It will make it a little flatter as well, but you can refrigerate it and eat it over a course of a few days. The other thing that you can do is not make so much. So like half the recipe, you can eat it cold. Yeah. You can eat it cold. The other thing that you can do is make half the recipe and put it in little muffin pans. So take a muffin pan, do the same thing, grease it up. I'm talking too much. I get air and it makes me, anyway. But put a nice, grease in there. So some coconut oil or some olive oil, something like that. And then, yep. And then put, And then put your ingredients. So put down your vegetables first that come out of the skillet, and then pour your egg mixture over that and make little individual frittatas. That's actually a great way to do this. Frittata is basically a quiche without the crust. And so it's the same principle. So you could do that. I know that they freeze quiches, but I bet the ones that they freeze have a lot of preservatives in them to do that. So, I mean, my first knee-jerk reaction to that question is no, but but maybe you can. I'm not sure. If you made the little ones, that might be a better way to do it. So, but yeah, you can put them in little muffin pans, and it makes it amazing. You can actually put the little cupcake, like the little cupcake wrappers in there, and then pour everything in there and then bake it. And you have this beautiful little packaged thing. I do that sometimes if I'm having a brunch. I'll make little frittatas actually in cupcake or muffin, papers, and serve it. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing that the healthy alternative to that is actually just to stop using them altogether. And the reason that is, Harlow, is because your gut gets used to having those antacids and things in it, and then it stops doing the work that it needs to do to digest your food properly. So they're actually not helping you. They're actually harming you, not harming you, but they're causing your body not to do the things that it would naturally do. So yeah. So if you need a little help with that, yeah, I was going to say apple cider vinegar, which is kind of, the other thing that I would try is just a little bit of baking soda with some lemon and some water. Yeah, baking soda with a little bit of lemon in the water. The acid of the lemon will actually react with the baking soda, and if you drink it, that will help a little bit settle that down. But yeah, I mean, the continue working on healing your gut, and you'll have to get away from you'll get away from that. Yeah, baking soda and lemon, just a little bit. So you're not going to need enough, like 1/4 of a teaspoon, and maybe even some, warmish water, not hot, but warmish, with a squeeze of lemon in there. That will help. That will help with the acid in the stomach. I know it doesn't make sense to put acid in a stomach that is acidy, but it will actually neutralize that in the body. So yeah, and apple cider vinegar is fine. In fact, they are starting to make some sipping vinegars. Somebody asked me the other day if I would learn to make sipping vinegar so I could teach you guys. But I actually don't agree with that. So yeah, you could absolutely do that. Yeah. So yes. I know it is totally potent, and it can be a little harsh on the body. So you just have to be careful with that. You have to understand why you're doing it. That would be my biggest thing with any extreme like that, is to just make sure you know why you're doing it and make sure that your body reacts well to it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying it's not something that I would just throw out there and say do, for your health. So you should have a reason that you're doing something like that. So yeah, any extremes like that. Okay, you guys, it is almost been 50 minutes. Yeah, I am all non-processed. So I've actually juiced I used to juice a lot. I don't juice anymore. I actually got rid of my juicer. But yes, I have had pure cranberry juice before. Yep, it's pretty tart. Awesome. Thank you. I love that. All right, you guys, I'm going to pop out. This is my only broadcast today. I will not be back this afternoon. So, yeah, it's extremely tart. Yeah, it's extremely tart. So I will not be back for the day today, but I will be back here on Monday for sure. I do not juice anymore because I'd rather eat my food. When I was juicing, I used it as a crutch. I love you too. So I used it as a crutch. I actually juiced and thought if I juice that I don't have to eat my vegetables on a regular basis. And as I was going through my health journey, I decided that I was using it. I'm not saying juicing is bad. I'm just saying that personally for me, you too have a great weekend. That personally for me, that I was using it as a crutch. So I don't have to eat all these vegetables if I'm getting it in the juice. I'm getting all the nutrients, right? And so I stopped doing it so that I would force myself, because I'm so responsible to myself, that I will eat the vegetables. And so at this point in my life, I just rather eat the vegetables. Juicing has its place, absolutely, especially when you're trying to heal from something and you need all of those nutrients plus all the ones that you're getting in raw veggies or even cooked veggies and produce just in general. But I believe, it's my opinion, that people are using it as if I do this, then I don't have to do that. And that's really not what it was designed for. It was designed to be yeah, it was designed to be like a supplement. Yeah. Awesome. I love it, Kat. Congratulations. Have so much fun tonight. Have so much fun. So yes, never juice your fruits. Yeah, never juice your fruits. Carrot juice, things like that, I don't agree with. There's way too much sugar without the fiber. If you're gonna have a carrot, just eat a carrot because it has the fiber, which stops the process of all of this insulin releasing, trying to look for something. All of the caloric intake as well. So yes, so make sure that you have I would just say eat your vegetables as much as possible and then juice maybe a couple times a week. Again, unless you're healing something. If you're healing something, that's something totally different. And typically if you're healing something and you're on a natural diet, then you know what those things are. And I'm not your person for that. There are tons of professionals out there that deal with very specific issues, health issues. What I primarily like to talk about is I don't mind telling you what I do personally, but I like to talk about how to get you to start eating and cooking in your own kitchen. So yes, you could absolutely NutriBullet it. You get the fibers. Just be a little careful again that you're still eating your fruits and vegetables, because you're starting to break down. When you do that, it's actually starting to break down. Okay, this gets really the molecular structure of the fruits and vegetables and changes them a little bit. So just be a little careful. I missed that, Sherry. I'm sorry. Smile for you. Okay. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I get really serious, right? I'm like, and don't do this. I don't mean to ever be like that. So yes, but when you guys ask me, I'm totally transparent. You can ask me any question you want to ask me. I'm going to answer it. So, and if you think it's going to embarrass me, it's not, and it's only going to end up embarrassing you. So just keeping that in mind. You hate eating raw vegetables. Yeah, that is something that I would start learning to like, Sherry. I mean, you can train your body to crave those things. So thank you, Rosemary, you too. You can actually train your body to crave those things. I was not huge on, yep, absolutely. I was not, I don't know if I'd embarrass you, but it's hard to embarrass me. So, but I was absolutely, I did not eat a lot of raw vegetables, and I trained myself. Primarily, I trained myself to eat raw vegetables, mixing it with like dips and stuff like that. So, I mean, worst of all worst, when I started my health journey, I was still eating ranch dressing by the bucket loads because I love it. And, and so my first year in, I actually trained myself to eat raw veg, dipping it in ranch. So I was just kind of tricking myself, right? Lightly steamed is great. Cooked vegetables are fine. You should just have a nice combination of both. I mean, you guys see, I cook a lot of vegetables, but you should have a nice combination of both. You should have raw and cooked. Some vegetables are better than others cooked. Tomatoes are better cooked than they are raw. So, I mean, the type of vegetables that are high, like in lycopene, those are actually released lycopene after they've been cooked. So yes, eat the rainbow, eat between raw and and cooked. So yeah, raw spinach is good. It's good for you as well. Yep. Yeah. I like raw tomatoes too, and that's fine. It's absolutely fine. You're still getting benefits, but you get more benefits if they're cooked. It's crazy town, I know. So all right, you guys, I'm going to pop out of here and go eat some of my frittata. I will see you guys back here on Monday for sure. Please, if you have not, and if you want to, go sign up for the free webinar next Friday. GoToKitchens.com/webinar, Friday, March 25th at 3 p.m. Go sign up there, and I am going to be hosting a free webinar, and it's going to be a live video webinar on Zoom. And I'm going to talk about our new classes coming out at the Go To Kitchen Academy. So bye, Harlow. See you guys. Love you so much. Bye.